Got a Samsung Galaxy Note 9? Then you need a case. Coming up, Spigen's case lineup for the Note 9. Welcome everyone, I'm Zilla, and in today's video we will be looking at Spigen's case lineup for the Note 9. Here are the time codes for each individual case if you want to fast forward to a particular one. Just a quick note before we start looking at each one. They are all compatible with wireless charging, and I bought these with my own money. And I will be using a dummy Note 9 as I am still waiting for my real one to arrive. Watch the video to the end where I'll summarize my conclusion and help you decide which one is right for you. Let's start off with the liquid crystal, costing only $7.99. This is probably the least protective case in the range. It's constructed from a clear TPU which will yellow over time. The case feels lightweight and is extremely clear, showing off the beauty of your Note 9. It doesn't feel slippery and doesn't add much bulk to the phone itself, but it does attract fingerprints. There is a dot matrix texture inside the case to prevent that watermark effect you can get with some cheaper cases. The cutouts are perfect for the S Pen, speaker, microphone, charging port and headphone jack. There's a small cutout at the top for a secondary microphone. The camera cutout on the back is perfectly aligned and gives some raised protection to the camera module and fingerprint sensor. On the front of the case, there is a substantial amount of lip protection to prevent your screen coming into contact with any flat surface. The buttons are covered and have slits cut under each one, making them very tactile and responsive, and the Bixby button has some texture, making it easy to distinguish from the volume rockers. The corners have Spigen's air cushion technology built in, so in a fall it will reduce the shock from damaging your Note 9. There is also a glitter version of this case for anyone looking for a more bling effect, which is exactly the same except for the glitter being added into the TPU. What if you want the liquid crystal but don't want a clear case? Well, Spigen have you covered with the liquid air, which costs $8.99. This one is also a flexible TPU with the same dimensions as the liquid crystal, but this time Spigen have given it a military grade drop test certification. The buttons, cutouts and amount of lip protection on the front of the case and around the camera are exactly the same as the liquid crystal. So what's the difference? As you can see, this one comes in a black TPU, which means no fingerprints to have to deal with, and the back has a triangular pattern embossed into the TPU. I would have assumed this would provide better grip than the liquid crystal, but it definitely feels more slippery in my hands. The inside has Spigen's classic web pattern to help disperse shock if you drop your Note 9, as well as the air cushion technology in the corners. Next up, we have the Ultra Hybrid, which costs $10.99. It has been certified as military grade drop tested. This one is a hybrid construction as it has a TPU bumper around the sides and a clear hard polycarbonate back without any dot matrix pattern, making it very clear. The clear TPU sides will yellow over time, but there is also a version with a matte black TPU bumper which will remain yellow free. This case has a great feel in the hand and feels more solid than the liquid crystal. It doesn't feel slippery, but it is a fingerprint magnet, and surprisingly it is around 4mm narrower than the liquid crystal, making it easier to handle your Note 9. Lip protection is about the same as is the camera protection on the back, and like the liquid crystal, it also has a slope under the fingerprint sensor, making it easier to find. All the cutouts are perfect and the buttons feel great, but they feel just a tad firmer than the liquid crystal case. Overall, I actually prefer this case because I feel it offers better protection and feels nicer in hand. Now time to move up a notch in protection stakes with the Neo Hybrid. This one will set you back just $14.99 and is military grade drop test certified too. The Neo Hybrid is a two-part design comprising of a matte black flexible TPU case surrounded with a hard polycarbonate bumper. The inside has Spigen's trademark web pattern, but strangely no mention of the air cushion technology. The back of the case has a herringbone pattern embossed into the TPU and feels nice and grippy when combined with the bumper, and the camera cutout provides a few millimeters of protection, as does the lip protection on the front of the case. The cutouts are perfect and the buttons again feel great, although there is no texture on the Bixby button. The case is slightly taller and wider than the Ultra Hybrid, making it feel a little more bulky when handling the Note 9. Overall, a nice middle ground case, but this is not my favorite Spigen case. Moving on to the Spigen Rugged Armor, which you can pick up for $8.99. This is probably Spigen's most iconic case and needs no introduction. It has Spigen's military grade drop protection. This one is made of a matte black flexible TPU which doesn't attract fingerprints at all. The inside has that famous web pattern and the corners are equipped with Spigen's air cushion technology. The port cutouts are perfectly aligned and the camera cutout on the back is the same as the other Spigen cases I have already shown you. There's also a glossy carbon fiber detail on the top and bottom of the case, giving it a different look. However, the rugged armor is a little on the slippery side as it is very smooth to the touch. On the front we have a similar amount of lip protection as the previous cases, and overall I really like the rugged armor and have bought it for many other devices in the past. And finally, the last case in this video, the Spigen Tough Armor, which you can buy for $14.99. This is Spigen's most protective case for the Note 9 and is backed by that military grade drop protection. This is a dual layer case made of a TPU body coupled with a polycarbonate back. The inside has that Spigen web pattern and the corners are protected with Spigen's air cushion technology. The port cutouts are perfectly aligned and the camera cutout on the back is the same as the other Spigen cases I have already shown you, except all the cutouts are much deeper, thicker and more protective. The buttons are also different to the other Spigen cases. This time they are flush with the sides of the case, which makes them harder to find. The power button and volume rockers are stamped with labels and the Bixby button is again textured, and they all work very well. The lip protection is more substantial with the Tough Armor, and on the back there is also a kickstand to help you watch my YouTube videos hands-free. The version I have here is the matte black, which does pick up some hand grease, but not as much as the clear cases. The Tough Armor feels big and grippy in hand and is the biggest case Spigen make. This is one of my most favorite cases of any case manufacturer when I want some tough protection for a device. So out of all these cases, which are my favorites? Well, to show off the color of my Note 9, I have to pick the Ultra Hybrid because it feels great in hand and doesn't feel bulky, plus it is very solid and protective. If, however, I want even more protection, then I have to pick the Tough Armor simply because all round it is fantastic. I feel comfortable holding the Tough Armor and it feels extremely solid, well built, and the addition of a kickstand just adds that little bit more functionality. So which of these cases are your favorites? Let me know in the comments below, as I'm also interested in what all of you will be rocking on your Note 9s. In my next video, I will be reviewing the Ringkey case lineup for the Note 9. I also have the official cases on order, as well as cases from Otterbox, UAG, Caseology, VRS, Spec, and many others, as well as a selection of Note 9 screen protectors. So hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon, give me a thumbs up, and share this video on all your social media as it helps me grow the channel. And until next time, this is Zilla saying peace.